Yes.
So
carry my groceries up for me.
Yeah. So the unsolicited promise is this number 6 survival signal. So in the book Gift of Fear, I keep saying that for the videos, by the way. So the unsolicited promise, I love this one, is one of the most reliable signals because it is nearly always of questionable motive. Promises are used to convince us of intention, but they are not guarantees. A guarantee is a promise that offers some compensation if the speaker fails to deliver, but promises offers no such collateral. This is another concept of skin in the game. Okay, so this is someone that comes to you, usually in friendship or in a dog trainer thing. I usually find it's the opposite here. It's when you say, hey, you need to do this, and the client says, yeah, I promise I'll do that.
Yeah.
So if a client isn't doing what they should be doing, then they don't get results. And some clients will come back and say like, oh, see, your training didn't work. Right, so the unsolicited promise. The thing is that what they don't realize is the compensation is that they don't get the results.
Yeah.
Okay. Some dog trainers overpromise and underdeliver. Okay. So if you and a lot of people hate it when they ask me a question and they're like, can you answer this question? I'm like, well, it depends. And they look at me and like, that's not what I wanted to know. And it's like, well, it takes more information to get a more accurate idea. I need to know more of the variables. Oh, but I can't tell you that. Like the vet. A vet asks all these questions like, when's the last time your dog threw up? What does their poop look like? How many times a day do they pee? Do they eat well? I don't know. I'm not there to observe them. And then you want them to pluck this diagnosis out of the middle of nowhere that's accurate.
Yeah.
Right. So an unsolicited promise to me is, I think this one is, if someone's like, I promise I do it, then you need to ask yourself, why are you trying to convince me that you're going to do it? So your intention's already picked up on, there's something not right here. And for a dog trainer, that is essential. If someone's like, oh, I promise I'm going to do all this stuff, especially when I talk to people about assistance dog training, right? And I'm like, they want an assistance dog. No, you don't, because the work involved is immense. No, I promise I'll do it. And to me, there's a nice quote, I don't remember who said it, but they said, there's a difference between enthusiasm and endurance. So assistance dog training is going to take you up to 18 months of training. Enthusiasm looks at the feeling right now and goes, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
But once your resolve gets tested by adversities, and obstacles like your life, right? Like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, I've got all these appointments. I've got the kids, this sort of thing. It's like, now you're being tested.
Yeah.
So a client that says that to me, or a dog trainer that's like, I promise I do that, is a question to me. It's like, why are you trying? Is it subconsciously you're not going to follow through?
Yeah.
So I'll read this again to you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
A guarantee is a promise that offers some compensation if the speaker fails to deliver.
Yeah.
So if I say to a client, I'm going to try my best, I'm going to see how far we can get, that's not a guarantee that I'm going to fix your dog, right?
Yeah.
Promises offer no such collateral. So you have to be very, very careful when you talk to people about this. Now it says here, you've got to look at, always in every context, be suspicious of unsolicited promises. So you've got to think about, what's the trade-off? What am I going to pay if that person doesn't deliver on their promise?
Yeah.
Okay, and if it's more than the person speaking, don't do it, because your intuition's already saying something's funky here. Yeah? So you always need to think. So what he says here, I like this. When someone says, I promise, you say, at least in your head, you're right, I'm hesitant about trusting you, and maybe with good reason. Thank you for pointing it out.